I was living in Anchorage at the time, and me and about 5 or 6 other girls decided to go to, I don't remember if it was Bluegrass or the 420 Fest or what it was. And I'm not really the type of person to ask, where are we going, just are we there yet? And I think it was in Talkeetna. Anyway, we got in this big, huge, dirty Bronco. My friend borrowed from her brother, and we all piled in this thing, and we're on our way to Talkeetna. And we see this guy hitchhiking along the way. He's got dreadlocks and a tie-dyed shirt. Pretty sure he's going where we're going. So we think, you know, what guy does not want to be hitchhiking and then picked up by like 6 hot girls? You know? So let's make his day, let's pick him up. So he comes with us, and he's with us. And we all get to know each other, and he's laughing and all that. And we get to Talkeetna, to this festival, whatever one we're going to, and there's this huge line of cars. And so we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's probably like an hour we're there, and I'm wearing these bright red pants. This is winter time, okay? And it's up there in Talkeetna, so there's like 5 feet of snow up there. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't sit in here any longer. So I'm gonna have to truck it through all this snow out into those bushes to go pee. And this whole line of cars is gonna see this. Awesome. Well, why not? I'll just make a little igloo when I get there. Nobody will see anything. They'll just see a girl in bright red pants pucking it through the snow. So as soon as I get out and start trucking through that, everybody honking, yeah, like, woo, she's going pee, you know. Everybody's partying, drunk, high, whatever. Going pee, you know, so I go and then get back in, and then I think I was told I had a great time wherever we went to. Okay. So, fast forward 2 years later, I'm living in Portland, Oregon, and I have this old couple that comes to this bar that I bartend at, and we serve breakfast there too. So they're like ancient, and they come in there and they drink coffee, they tip 10 cents, they play Keno for like hours. And I'm talking to them one day, and they tell me that they have a little cabin that they let people go stay at on Rockaway Beach. And I'm like, we can hitch a ride to Rockaway Beach, you know. So I kidnapped my cook, Jonas, against my boss's will, and I'm like, come with me, we're gonna hitchhike over to the beach, stay in this cabin. So me and Jonas, we take the Max train to the edge of town of Portland, and on the train, before we get off, there's this guy on there, and he's like, overheard me and Jonas talking, and he's like, Kodiak Island, Alaska, I just came from there. I'm from the airport right now, from Kodiak, Alaska. And I was like, oh, really? What were you doing there? He's like, well, some stuff with the fishing industry. And I'm like, my dad's in the fishing industry. Who's your dad? Mitch Kilborn. Oh my gosh, I know. I just had a meeting with him. I'm like, wow, small world. Jonas is like, that's crazy. You just met somebody that you know, or that knows your family from Kodiak. Get off the train, start hitchhiking. We got our 101 cardboard sign. And when it comes to hitchhiking, you turn down just as many people that turn you down, almost. Like, if somebody that's in a car that's covered in, like, praise the Lord stickers, you're gonna get preached to the whole way, and I'm planning on doing a lot of sitting when I get to the coast. So we're gonna pass some of these people up. There's some people that are just, you know, freaks, how much money do you have, you know? No. So, well, anyway, so then this van comes and picks us up. Pulls over, and it's this Volkswagen van, and there's this guy and his wife with him. And I'm like, they seem like a nice couple, and so me and Jonas are, okay, let's go. So we go with them, and we're driving along, and we stop at the store so the lady could go get school supplies for her kids. And he's telling us all these prison stories he had, you know, and how he used to, like, sneak into the infirmary and put on doctor jackets and, like, mess around with the other prisoners who are hurt and injured and sick and ill. And they're freaking out, you know, like, oh my gosh, because they know he's not a doctor, and he can do whatever he wants to them. He's telling us these stories, and me and Jonas are like, okay. Finally, the lady makes it back, and we start driving again, and he's like, oh, where do you work at? And I'm like, oh, I work at Sam's Billiards. And he's like, I have coffee there. You served me jelly one time. I came in there to buy jars of jelly, and that was you. And I was like, oh my gosh. Jonas is like, wow, are you going to know everybody? Finally, he drops us off where he could drop us off at, and we still have to hitchhike to get to 101 and then get down to the cabin. So we stopped to get a bite to eat at this little restaurant, and the owner is actually bartending at the time. And her name is Tina also. It turns out she went to school here with me. She's a couple years older than me. She owns this place now, and Jonas is like, are you kidding me? This paper trail? You know? So we say bye to her, and then we're on our way. And now it's getting dark, and it's raining, and you don't want to hitchhike at night, because whoever's going to pick you up is either drunk or high or just scary, and just no hitchhiking at nighttime. There's this shed that's over there, and it's this dirty, broken down shed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please somebody pick us up soon, or we're going to have to sleep in that thing, because I really don't want to hitchhike at night. And so it's looking pretty dreary, like we're not going to get a ride. Everybody's passing us up. Finally, this little red bucket car, 2 doors, pulls over. And I'm looking, and he's got like a little golden retriever in the back seat of his car. And I'm like, awesome, serial killers do not have dogs. So we're gonna go with this guy, you know? Well, except for Son of Sam, he took his orders to kill people from a dog, but, you know, what's the chances? So Jonas is like, well, I'll sit up front because it's a guy, and you sit in the back with the dog. And I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting back there in the back seat with this golden retriever, waiting for him to bark the orders to kill us. And we're making conversation, you know. The driver is this guy, and he says, you know, I always pick up hitchhikers because I used to hitchhike too. And, oh, where are you from? Jonas is from, like, Ohio or something. Where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Alaska. And he's like, oh, Alaska. One of my most favorite times was hitchhiking in Alaska when a group full of girls picked me up in this comes around.